Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, I was gonna do a review on this Lincoln Electric AC 225 arc welder. I've been getting some questions about the thing, just random questions, asking how it welds, this and that. So I figured I'd do a quick video on it, saying what I think of it and everything. And I think it's a good machine. I mean, it's a cheap machine, but it is a good machine. But anyway, this is the machine. Some people call them tombstones. Some people call them crackerjack boxes because it plugs into the wall. It don't run on a generator. But I mean, in my opinion, it's a good machine. People say you shouldn't. It's a good machine for small stuff, you know. But I mean, you can weld big stuff, and you can do a lot of passes with it. One thing I do know about it. One thing I do know is it needs to run on a 50 amp breaker. I'm running it on a 30 amp breaker, which means I can usually run a lot of short passes with like 1/8 inch rods and sometimes 3/32 rods, especially 70-18. 60-11 seems to run longer on that breaker, but it needs a 50 amp breaker. On that 30 amp, it'll keep shutting off on me, and I'll have to let that breaker cool a little bit and then go back to welding with it. But then that's just my fault because I hadn't changed the thing out. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how it welds right quick. I got some 3/8 plate here. Might be 5/16 plate, I'm not sure. I already got it beveled down right there and tacked together on the ends. We're just gonna run a couple welds in it, show you how it does, you know. We're gonna use some 3/32 AC rods, 70-18. I know that don't focus in, but there is a difference between AC and DC rods. This machine runs on AC. So you need AC rods or either AC DC rods, not just pure DC rods. So anyway, we'll get to running a few passes on that and see how it looks. All right, that's the root pass. You can't see it great out here, man. This camera, it really don't do good out here on sunny days. It's just on a camera on the phone. But that's the root. It took 2 rods. And right there, you can see it got a little bit lumpy. Right tied in right there. I ground out my restart and tied back into it after I ground the end right there. Some places won't let you do that, but I mean, if you can do it, why not do it, you know? But anyway, that's the root pass in there, and as you can see, it laid down in there good. I mean, like I said, that's a 3/32 70-18, and of course the breaker kicked on me on that second pass, so I gotta let it cool down just for a second. We'll run some field passes into it. All right, that's the field passes I ran into it. There's one on each side. That first one I run over to that side, to that lip, and then come back and run one over there. I got a little high on the back side right there. That's where I restarted when the rod ran out. And I got a little high, but I'm gonna go ahead and cap it anyway. Because like I say, it's not really a how-to video. It's just a review on this Lincoln machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and cap it right quick. All right, y'all, so that was the cap on it. And I know I don't have all that arc shot and all that stuff, so you can't really see what I'm doing, but this is really just a review on the machine. And that's the cap on it. it took 3 rods. Like you can see, that's a restart, and then that's a restart, and that both the restarts got a little squirrely on me. But anyway, I mean, I think it's a good machine. You know, that's 3 32nd rods, and I'm running on a 30 amp breaker, which I shouldn't be. I should be running on a 50 amp. And in my opinion, if you're running on a 50 amp breaker, then there's nothing wrong with that machine. I've heard a lot of people say, you know, that the machine's not that good. It is good for little stuff, this and that. But if I'm getting that much out of a 30 amp breaker, then running on a 50 amp, you ought to be able to do just about whatever you want on it. You can't run all day like on a pipeline or something, you know, like with a Miller, Bobcat, or a big Lincoln machine or something like that. You can't do that. But if you're doing welding at home on a farm or something like that, you can do whatever you need with that thing. But and like I say, only reason I'm not running on a 50 amp breaker is just because I hadn't changed it. I just lazy about it, I guess. So anyway, my thoughts on the machine: it's a good machine. It runs down here in Louisiana at Home Depot. It runs about $300. I think you can get it at Lowe's too for about $300. So you know, you figure close to $350 by the time you put some tax on it. But in my opinion, it's worth that, every bit of it. If you need to get some welding done, and that's all you can afford to spend, and I mean you're familiar with stick welding, then I think it's worth every penny of it. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on the machine. Thought I'd put it out there because a couple people asked me some questions. And like I say, in my opinion, it's a good machine, man. And it says it'll go up to 225 amps. That's a 3 32nd rod I'm running, 7018. I'm running it on 90 amps. And if you're running an 1/8 inch rod, or if you get bigger, 1/8 inch, you're gonna have to go about to 105 to 120. And bigger, you're just gonna have to keep running the amps up. And you're gonna have to have a 50 amp breaker then. So anyway, in my opinion, it's a good machine, man. I can't knock it. I mean, I've never used a Lincoln machine that I had problems with, honestly. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on the thing. Hope it helps somebody out, you know, if they were looking to buy one and wondering about it. So anyway, man, y'all please like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next video.